Hey, beautiful heart. You've just stepped into a space where your cells are listening, your soul yearns to speak. Let's tap in and let your magic speak. All right, it is super early in the morning, just how I like it. Hopefully, wherever you're watching or listening to this, you've got yourself one of your favorite beverages or a snack. Settle in and let's see what soul has to say today. Right now, I am drinking my own Hawaiian coffee blend. For those of you who don't know, absolutely love coffee. And it's like running a little mini coffee shop out of my house. Anyways, I'm neurospicy. I'm a bit extra. So here I am. So I'm sipping on my Hawaiian blend, sugar-free breve that reminds me of being back in the islands and waking up early and sitting on the lanai and just being in a very happy, calm, spiritual space. All right. Let's get into this energy. So you guys know, especially if you watched my video from yesterday, I think it was yesterday, day before. Days are blending. Have you guys noticed that? Are your days blending? Um, Mine definitely are. And that's part of this energy that I want to talk about. So, we're in this liminal space. It's that area of you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what's happening. You know that you can't go back to the way things used to be, but you have no idea exactly what's in front of you and what you thought you knew. Right now things may not look like they are working out. Don't get in your head about it. That's the trap. Monkey mind, altered ego loves to set the trap for you, and it knows how to hook you and trap you and get you pulled back. Here in this liminal space, this is where you get to practice your truth, your newness. And what does that practice look like? Monkey mind is not just going to pack its bags and freely evict itself. Not going to happen. Monkey mind was created out of the 3D energy, the lower vibrational energy of the matrix that it's run through. Judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, and shame, aka fear and doubt. That inner dialogue that plays like a cassette tape on repeat, which I know that sounds like an oxymoron because you can't repeat a cassette. Anyways, showing my age. Back to the topic. Um, you can sense some energy or maybe a conversation didn't go your way. Or you were having one conversation and somebody else took it something, whatever the situation is. But now all of a sudden you're back in your head, shit talking yourself. That's what is on tap for practice so you can stop doing that. Don't beat yourself up that you're doing it. Recognize when you're doing it and make a different choice. You know, you can't get mad at the clown who keeps going to the circus because that's the clown's natural habitat is the circus. So don't get mad at the clown. Just stop going to the circus. It's the same principle. If what that inner dialogue is feeding you is not gracious, loving, uplifting, and supporting of you, why are you still buying the ticket and eating at that buffet or going to that, mental chaos circus? Ask yourself today, do I need to keep going to the circus? Do I need to keep eating from this same chaotic buffet? And if your heart and your cells are screaming at you no, which your heart and cells don't scream like monkey mind does. It is a still small voice, but it's a still small voice that you know that you know that you know. You may not know how you know, but you know that's the truth. And that is monkey mind and all of that self-sabotaging internal dialogue is what's on tap. It's what that each of these experiences or situations that you're having on a daily basis are revealing to you. Use that information wisely. Don't hook into it. Don't keep thinking, well, what's wrong with me? I got to do this. I got to fix this, blah, blah, blah. No, no. All the doing is not going to help you right now. You need to take a pause and just be. Be aware of that internal dialogue. Newsflash, you're not here to control the chaos going on outside of you. You're here to control the chaos inside of you because you experience in your 3D or, daily life what you've got going on inside. Everything is vibration and frequency. So if internally you're vibrating in doubt and fear and worry or anger or frustration, your outer world has to reflect that back to you. Don't make the mistake any longer of saying, well, my intuition is on high and I just knew this was going to happen. Let's break that down because again, your intuition comes from your heart, not your mind. Now there is monkey mind intuition, which that's really not true intuition. It is monkey mind being on hyper alert, looking for energy and situations that is going to prove to you what you've got going on inside in your consciousness. That is the truth about the laws of manifestation. The universal laws, guys, this isn't magic. It's not woo woo. It's been called occult or, ancient wisdom, all this different stuff. We peel back all the layers. It's basic metaphysics is really what it is. And the more you get to understand or learn about consciousness, it breaks through all of these limiting beliefs. The consciousness is that what you feel, you make real. Where your attention goes, so where your thoughts go, your energy flows. You pick up or combine your thoughts and your feelings, you now have a complete recipe for manifestation. So don't get mad at God. Don't get mad at source. If you keep telling yourself or keep saying, and I don't care if you're speaking it out loud or saying it to yourself, if you keep saying, well, this is horrible or this is bad, this is how it always been. Guess what, my loves? That's exactly what you're going to get. For those of you who've been with me for a long time, I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm not here to play with your altered ego. I'm not here to take a waltz with monkey mind. I'm here to call it out. I do it in love, but I'm not going to placate with it. Enough gaslighting. if you are coming from that place of, well, it's been so hard, yada, yada, why are you fighting for your limitations? Why are you fighting to hold on to that hurt and pain? Now, don't get me wrong. I get it when you're going through it in the thick of things and, you know, friends are pulling away, relationships are breaking apart, career not working out, finances not working out. Guys, I totally get it. I've been there myself. I teach and speak not from my degrees, not from my education, but from my experience. Everything you're going to learn or hear following me is true to life lived experiences. So when I say I get it, I do. I get it. It wasn't easy turning monkey mind off. It took practice. That's what this energy that we're under is here to do. It's here for us to practice being aware. And when we realize, oh, my body hurts, my body's not feeling good. Oh my God, I'm in a shitty attitude. My thoughts suck, whatever. That's your point of awareness, your point of attraction. Use that to go, whoa, wait a minute. I've dipped my vibration. Let me course correct. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden you put on a song or you think a different thought and your life magically changes like you're the frickin' leprechaun for Lucky Charms and it's magically delicious. No. At some point in the future, yes, it will seem like that. But the truth behind that is you've been putting in the practice day in and day out and day in and day out. And that's what you're doing. This week's energy, we are going to be tested in many different ways. Recognize that when you're being tested, it's not for you to jump into monkey mind and go, oh my God, I'm not ready. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. No, what you got to do is speak your truth. Talk back to monkey mind. You are the creator of your life. You get to make the choices in the now moments. What you're choosing and speaking now will play out in your tomorrows. If you don't like what you're experiencing today, stop focusing on it. Your attention is so powerful. Your attention is your steering wheel. Your emotions are your gas pedal. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy, but it's absolutely doable. And for those of you sitting there going, oh, but you don't know, it feels impossible. This is impossible. Newsflash. In the word impossible, if you separate it, it says I'm possible. I am is the name of God. You are created in the image and likeness of Source, of God. I am not speaking religion. Don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about any God that you know of or heard of or follow in religion. Organized religion is divisive. It teaches and embeds the 5 human habits: judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, and shame. That's not what we talk about here. I teach you how to get over that. If you have any type of religion in your background and you don't resonate with it and you want to understand whether from a scientific standpoint or just a non-religious standpoint about Source, this is the place. We'll talk about that. You'll also learn that no matter what your beliefs are, they're welcomed here. Your beliefs are your beliefs, okay? They're unique to you. Nobody has the right to tell you you're wrong, you're not, you got to believe this, you got to believe that. I'm not here to get you to believe anything. I'm here to get you questioning everything, especially long held beliefs. For those of you who don't know, um, I went down the path of organized religion and Christianity. I was an ordained pastor. And the whole time I felt like a spy. I mean, I read the Bible, I believed in God, I loved Jesus, all of that. But the way it was being taught or said or what have you inside of an organized religion, I didn't like. I witnessed people who claim to love Jesus and love God, and I'm not saying they don't, they do, but based out of their beliefs from organized religion, would then sit there and tell somebody who, for this example, is a homosexual and would say, you know, you need to change your life. God doesn't like that. Da 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 da. But in the same sentence would say God is love. I lost friends because of this, witnessing this and me standing up going, whoa, do you hear what's coming out of your mouth? You cannot say God is love and then tell somebody God doesn't love them and they need to change their life because who they fell in love with. Fuck the bullshit. I'm here to call that shit out. That isn't love. That is conditional, divisive, and judgmental. And that is not God. Okay? That is not source. There is truth in that we were all created in the image and likeness of source. Image and likeness. Source is light and love. Light is the masculine side of life. Love is the emotional side of life. It is the feminine side in life. You need both. And it's a complete thing. So, I'm here to get you to question every belief you've ever had. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. My purpose is to get you questioning your own beliefs so that you can decide what is right for your life. What is the truth for your life? When I speak about truth, or I say the truth of this is, I'm speaking from my truth. I'm not speaking from anybody else's truth. That's what we're here for. We are creator beings. We are creator spiritual beings called the I am race. Why are we called the I am race? If I am is the name of God, well, we're created in the image and likeness, light and love. We are here in these physical bodies to be individualized, unique expressions of source, of that light and love. How you choose to be, that is unique to you, and nobody should ever tell you you're right or wrong. Okay? Here, hanging out with me, you're going to go down the journey of consciousness, of awakening. If you've got, that religious veil over you and you've got questions, put them in the comments. Let me know. Send me an email. I'm happy to talk about those and break those down for you. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to, hold the curtain open and say, hey, are you willing to take that deep dive into yourself and to discover that beautiful soul that you are and feel safe enough to let that out because you have a voice. Everything you've gone through in life was for a higher purpose, not just for you. You had to go through it, so that you could teach others. You have a unique vibration and frequency about you. There are people that need to hear your story, just like there are people who need to hear my story. Am I comfortable coming on and telling my story? No, I'll be honest. No, I'm not, for various reasons. Those closest to me, yeah, I don't even want to go there. You guys know. But I know I'm pushed out of my comfort zone. I can't just hide behind these amazing teachings. I have to show my authenticity. That means sharing my story. Because in sharing my story, that's how you guys relate. You guys know I'm neurospicy. I've just started coming out speaking about that this year. That is something of my own private journey that I've been on. Late diagnosed. So learning how to be as high functioning as I am, but with my little quirks that can paralyze me at times. But what I want to say about that, if you are neurospicy or neurodivergent, you felt like the black sheep. Maybe you were bullied or made fun of, your family didn't get you, you've lost friends and family and you're just not resonating with people and you feel alone and lonely. I'm here to tell you there is nothing wrong with you. You are on the journey of awakening back to truth, back to consciousness, and learning what that is for you. Those flashes of memory of childhood, those are coming through for a reason now. They will help you in your daily practice of getting in higher vibrational alignment. When you were younger, those dreams, the way that you envisioned your life, especially if your life that you've been living has not lived up to those images, that's because you were living from a mask. You were playing a role. You've dropped the mask. You have a new role. And guess what? This new role, you don't need a script that somebody else wrote. You are writing the script. You don't like the story, you don't like the experience, write a different script. But to write that script, it starts inside of you. This is the energy. This is the week that we're going to be tested. This is the week where if we are still thinking and believing that we need outside validation from somebody or other people to tell us, yes, this is good or you're okay, go for it. You've got the wrong perception, and this week is going to be highly fucking uncomfortable. This is the week that when you're being tested and you're going through all the shit, it's for you to be aware so you can let go. Where are you not choosing you? When you don't choose you, things get uncomfortable. And guess what? It's not comfortable choosing yourself at first because you haven't had a lot of practice. That's what this week is dealing up. Practice, 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 baby. So I'm here to let you know I'm right here with you. I'll come back on, talk about this energy, hopefully give you some tips to help you through this latest adventure part. All right, beautiful heart. With oceans of love, I'm Dr. Danae, your mirror and your messenger. Until next time, remember, what you feel, you make real. Namaste. Bye-bye.